those of you that don't know, Matt Balzer is the owner of Reno Running Company, sponsored by Ultra, right?
Yeah.
Kind of a big deal. National champion triathlete next eras, right?
Yeah.
There you go. So he knows a couple things about running, and we think we know some things about running, but he's going to tell us what we don't know. And then that's just going to open a can of worms. And like he said, we could spend an hour a day for 3 weeks and still just kind of scratch the surface on getting better at all the different aspects of running, recovery, mechanics, mindset, and all that. But today he's going to give us 3 points.
Yeah, so like 3 different sections and like 3 to 4 points in each of those sections that we'll go through. So yeah, like about on 3 to 3. And this is what I call ready to run. So the most important thing for running, and you guys all know this, although many may not do it, is getting ready. So what's the first thing we do anytime you come into the gym here? It's always like myofascial release and pre-movement warm-up. Most people don't do that when they run. They do it when they lift, obviously, so that they stay injury-free. But we're going to go through a little of that for running. So 2 biggest components for running are your hips and your upper thoracic spine. So if those 2 areas are very, very mobile, you have a very good chance of not getting injured while running. So that's what we're going to focus on. So we're going to all start out with the glute medius, piriformis, right back here, and we're going to release those muscles. And this is the very first thing. Actually, the first thing I do is I make a cup of coffee, but this is the next thing that I do every morning when I wake up. And I mean, it is every morning. I will like beat the kids out of bed on Christmas morning, and this is what I do every single morning. I would consider this one of the absolute keys to my ability to stay injury-free for years and years and years. So I had a tremendous breakthrough with my running when I started doing everything before I ran instead of after. It was always like, and you get away with it a lot more when you're younger. The older you get, the harder it is. But so we put that on the ground, and then just get that right behind that hip bone there. You will probably feel it. Here, if there's not another one, you guys can. I can go with that one. That one looks fun. There you go. Yeah, we'll do the rumble roller. The more you do it, the nastier the device you can get. So I like to get just right there in the upper glute. That's right where your IT band kind of feathers in. You get that? Can you feel that spot? That's super, super comfortable right now. It's right behind your hip bone. So if you get your hip bone, you get that. And what I'll do is I'll sit here and I'll go just a few minutes on each side, and then I'll kind of roll back and forth. You can move, the knee around, get all in there, nice and deep. And this is something that's a work in progress. So it's not a magic pill. You're not going to do this right now. Boom, the hips are released and you never have to do it again. It's something you do every day, and it's just going to get better and better and looser to the point now where I just kind of use it as a test, like, am I ready to run? So if I sit on this in the morning and I'm like, oh yeah, I can get really deep in there, everything feels good, I know I'm ready to go out and run. If, oh my God, like I gotta put all my weight on my arm, I know I'm not ready to run and I need to do a little bit of work back here. So now this part is all just about getting everything to move in harmony. So I start way down there at the Achilles tendon, lower calf, and I'll just roll back and forth. And then kind of the advanced secret on this move is if you find something in your calf, you find that really tight spot, take your foot, and if you dorsiflex it back, and then just boom, plantar flex it really, really fast. What it'll do is it'll kind of super relax that muscle, and it'll allow, you can do this with a ball or you can do it with the roller, it'll allow that to just get super deep up into there. So it's kind of faking your body into relaxing that spot, and then it's going to go really deep. It's not comfortable, but you'll get a lot more benefit out of it. So again, you're just you want to get out those adhesions in that muscle. When you find the spot that's bad, kind of flick it a couple of times, and then I just go into kind of combing the muscle. So now you're just combing that muscle back and forth, combing that muscle back and forth. And just aligning all of those tendon fibers and everything in there. Getting it nice and good. And then I just start moving up the body. So you can go, next into hamstring. And this part I kind of do dynamically from here. So I'll go hamstring and then, try and just keep your body moving. Go onto your IT band, roll onto the quad. Quad, you can kind of do the same thing, but with your whole leg where you're flicking that leg down. And then I'll hit the other quad. Back over to the IT band. And then back to that hamstring. So just getting those legs kind of ready to go. So then I go on to thoracic spine. So hips, thoracic spine, those two areas we want really nice and mobile. So I'll just go here, and then this, I'm just trying to get that roller kind of up and underneath the scapulas and the muscles from like the lower neck into the upper back. And I'll just roll that back and forth. Again, if you can put more pressure from one side to the other and just roll back and forth and get that mobile. So these are kind of hard to do with the long rollers. I kind of like this better with the shorter ones. But what I'll do is you just have to put your arm out a little further. I'll do just like a roll like that. So try and keep your hips, again, it's hard with the long roller. Try and keep your hips as flat as you can, and you're just rotating that upper thoracic. And that's what, you're rolling in there. Try not to really drop the hip. And just rolling that. Both sides. And then last movement that I'll do is I'll go like this. This is just kind of like a hip opener with a Verstegen press at the end, but I'll just, back and forth like this. And then I'll reach all the way through as far as I can. This part you'll know, like if you reach really far and you've still got some upper thoracic tension, you'll feel that immediately. And then rotate all the way up this way, and then reach under this leg here and just kind of push out. Push that hip out, get that hip nice and open. And then again on the other side. Reach all the way through. And up. And then reach through that leg right there. So push that out. So if you do that, should be ready to run.